I'm Susie Lowe, the Chief Executive Officer of Achenana Aboriginal Corporation in Santa Teresa. Santa Teresa has a population of around about 550 people, and probably a third of that would be school children. This community itself was founded by Catholic priests. It's a Catholic mission, and everyone in the community would call themselves Catholic. Although it's considered a remote community, it's only an hour from Alice Springs, and there's good things and bad things that come with that. The idea of being on CDP here or work for the dole is an absolute anathema. People do not want to do that. People really want to work. The massive challenge is to gather the skills of people that are here so that community can actually have all the things that perhaps Alice Springs might have. And I think one of the reasons I like this community so much is that I can see so much potential. There are gifted people here that can create a living within the community. Nobody wants to go to Alice Springs to work. They'll go to shop, but they want to come home and they want to work here every day, have their kids go to school here and grow old here. Football is massive in this community, and it always has been for men, and we're really excited that women are now becoming interested as well. Out here, it's just fun. It's just fun. And kids are running all over the place, kicking their own balls, getting in the way of the games, and they don't care, and neither do the players. You know, they can't help it. They just love it so much. There were a lot of health issues that were worrying people in the community. There's, early onset of diabetes type 2, a lot of eye problems because of the dust. We wanted to get people more engaged in physical activity and to try and cut down the dust. It's not pleasant to play on that oval at any time, and this is the centre of the community and it's a big dust bowl. So that was the key, doing something with that. After the first cultural immersion trip that Melbourne Football Club had up here, it was an extraordinary time together, and they had clinics with the kids, and then they went out bush and they slept under the stars and loved every minute of it. And it gave them a deep connection with our community. And some of the emails that followed on from just people writing to me and saying, how wonderful it was, let us know what we can do. And in one of those emails, tongue in cheek, I said, well, you can always grass our oval. It's the sort of thing that people around community had been talking about for a long, long time. And, there were just so many reasons that people thought it would be a good idea and didn't give it another thought, and an email came back saying, leave it with me. And since that time, I think we've spoken every week with my key contacts in Melbourne, and it took a lot of planning. The process has been quite complex because it's just grassing a remote oval is complex. So it started with Melbourne Football Club giving us funds to do a feasibility study. We had to find out firstly if it was possible, if there was enough water. So the council came in almost immediately and put in a new fence so that when the oval is grass, the horses can't get in. And ultimately, the big step was that Melbourne Football Club and AAAC put in a joint application to the Northern Territory Government for funding for infrastructure, and that was successful. And so when we found it, it was an absolute dream come true. One of the key benefits of having it grass will be an increase in sport participation, and not just for the fellas. The kids will be able to play there every day. We'll be able to engage women, particularly the younger women who are suffering from early onset diabetes, and we absolutely anticipate there'll be less eye problems. Sustainability is the big key. It's one thing to grass an oval, and it's another thing to have it grassed after 20 years. Our goal in Achenana Aboriginal Corporation is to decrease the need for government funding and increase our own self-sustainability. And in the meantime, Melbourne Football Club are helping develop our social enterprises, which will mean a greater sustainability for our community, a greater income, so that we will be in a position to pay for the water when Melbourne Football Club step out. That sense of pride when our Gingies team play anywhere, because they're from Gingerporter, from Santa Teresa, is absolutely massive. You can see it in people's eyes. It's really important. The Melbourne Football Club cultural immersion trips have been coming for a couple of years. It's an incredibly solid partnership that benefits us both in so many ways. And that is a really important, I think, ongoing, sustainable partnership is when it also becomes a friendship. We're just so grateful that it was literally tongue-in-cheek, literally a dream, and it's coming true.